Hi there! Today I'm going to be doing some sketches of different kinds of birds and painting them in my sketchbook. And then I'm going to create a larger finished illustration at the end of the video, so if that's something you're interested in, then click that like button and stick around to the end. I'm using reference images from Google. I just searched for colorful birds. I started up too high. I want to make sure that I can fit the whole birdie in the space without squishing his little head at the top. I'd love it if you sketched or painted or created anything along with me, and then maybe even tag me on Instagram with what you made. Here's an artist that I'm currently really enjoying seeing art from. I'm really working on developing a style of my own, and I have a theory that by cycling through drawing different subjects, I can hopefully come to a conclusion of what really inspires me to make art and what I'm driven to want to draw more of. And between doing all of the draw this in your style challenges, painting the landscape last week, and now painting birds, as much as I enjoy all the different subjects, I think I'd have to say that my favorite thing to draw or paint has to be people. When you look at birds, you can see that there are so many different species and different types, so obviously they all come in a variety of shapes, sizes, and colors. Not too unlike humans, but even though we are only one species, there is still such a rich variety and diversity in our one species that you can't help but find them continuously interesting to draw, at least for me anyway. I do want to continue to explore different subjects and different types of art, such as abstract. I don't really understand it, but maybe that's just because I haven't tried it yet. I also recently got Mariah Elizabeth's Create This Book too, and I'm thinking about making some videos on it, so leave me a comment down below if you'd be interested in seeing some videos on that. Also, I want to work more on backgrounds. Caitlin from the channel Pixie Sticks actually mentioned this in her last video. She basically put into words exactly what I was thinking. I like the idea of drawing a character in an environment, something that looks like they could really be interacting with the world around them. I've always had an interest in storytelling, but me personally, I've never been good at sticking to writing or coming up with engaging stories, so maybe it'd be a better option for me to put my ideas into drawing. This character, Rosie, is the only OC that I've ever really made, and I don't have any good background information for her except she likes to be outside in the garden, and she was also supposed to meet this red fox that I painted in another one of my earlier watercolor videos. I thought I'd have the two of them meet and they go on some cute, wholesome adventures together or something, I don't know. Leave a comment below, what is your favorite subject to draw? This sketchbook that I'm using is not a watercolor sketchbook. It's like a $2 sketchbook from Walmart, but I don't mind using it to practice my painting in. It doesn't do too bad actually. Now that I've gotten some sketching practice done, I'm going to attempt a full watercolor illustration of this statue that I found on Google. It's super cute, and I didn't realize that it was actually a yard ornament until I read the information about it afterwards. My biggest inspiration for wanting to paint these birds is another amazing artist here on YouTube, Carrie Woodhouse.
Now, I couldn't wait to put these bright, happy colours into the little bird, but I'm also putting colours that you can't necessarily see in the bird. Well, I can see them, or perhaps I'd like to see them. I've got a colour called Brilliant Red Violet, which is one of my favourites.
In this video, she is also painting a watercolor parrot, but something that she said in that video really resonated with me. I'll have this video linked in the description if you want to watch the whole thing, but basically she talked about how she doesn't try to produce an exact replica of what she's painting. Rather, she tries to exaggerate or bring out more of what she loves most about the subject. Once again, someone put exactly into words how I felt. I absolutely respect artists who can achieve hyper or photorealistic art. But for myself, I like to look at my art and be able to see some brush strokes, maybe the colors are brighter than they are in real life, maybe the features are a bit more exaggerated. You get the idea. I don't think I possess the ability at this time to create photorealism even if I really wanted to, but still, I do enjoy trying to give the subjects in my painting their own life, as I believe Carrie put it. Another really great tip that she gives in that video is not to leave light areas of a painting against a white background. So even if you don't end up watching her video, at least I can sleep easy at night knowing that I've done my part to share that gem of an art tip. I do feel though that at the end of this painting, the birds themselves were a little bit too light compared to the background they were up against, which was supposed to be like kind of a blurred background of the flowers behind them. But I don't think I made the background dark enough, so yeah. Textures is something I definitely really need to work on. I had so much trouble figuring out how to render the rock to make it look like an actual rock. My friend actually recently sent me some videos on different watercolor techniques, so I'm definitely going to have to check those out. And here's the final work. I had a lot of fun with this process, and I really like this video format where I do some practice painting and sketching, and then I work on a full finalized illustration. Let me know what you think. Do you prefer just sketching videos, finalized speed paints, or videos like this one that has both? If you enjoyed this video and want to see more from me in the future, click that like button and also the little red subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell to all so you always get notified when I upload a new video. I'm gonna try for maybe 2 videos a week, on Monday for sure, and Thursdays if I can. If I can't make it on Thursday, you'll definitely see me on Monday. I hope I see you around next week. Alright, bye guys!